The organizers, the Global Peace Foundation Philippines, National Council of Women of the Philippines, and YWCA Founders Federation. I wish to extend my deep gratitude to be given this opportunity. Distinguished women leaders and advocates from the different international non-government organizations, representatives from UN agencies and national government institutions, emerging leaders, our youths, students, and global viewers. It gives me great pleasure in delivering my message through this platform, especially when it is at a global level. My initial challenge, however, was my priority topic. It did not take me seconds. I was right there, ready to share with you all the vision of my life. My vision of tomorrow: clean water and food for all. And the challenge, it is none other than survival, the human hope. The theme: Women Global Leaders, Vision of Tomorrow. Challenges and opportunities amidst the pandemic. The theme itself is quite apt and interesting. I have chosen my vision of tomorrow as clean water and food for all. The challenge is survival. Survival, the human hope. There are many philosophies of the future, many perspectives on how society progresses, and many thoughts that gives us hope. The hope of survival, the sense and security that we all search. The possibility of survival is greatly achievable when we meet the needs of the present, sustain the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Our hope lies on feeding the current and the future. At the same time, hold the potential to redistribute wealth, conserve biodiversity, secure livelihoods, and ensure a continuation of traditional relationships with the land. They are truly our most sustainable option. Sustainability is not something one can measure or target. It is a creative art of living, something that starts from home, could be met locally, and can become an ongoing process. It is a globally accepted concept which continuously fails despite scientific research, technology, and implementation. And we continue to live with the hope that we can survive by adopting and applying the concept. People around the world have used traditional knowledge passed to them by their ancestors for generations, have a great capacity for survival. If sustainability is achieved through complementing modern scientific knowledge with knowledge contained in the security, survival is indeed impossible. Now, how can we achieve this? Yes, capacity, capability, and sustainability. When one has access to land, resources, and the rights to utilize it, the best value of the resources is then known. Sustainable development is a path towards a condition where all human needs are met. Sustainability is what happens when we get there. Sustainable development in agriculture would ensure that the economic, social, environmental, and cultural needs of present and future generations are met. And this is possible when we use our limited resource, such as water, wisely, and at the same time hold the ability to utilize the available water sources. Achieving sustainable outcomes requires positive mindset, ancestral ideas, and developed skills, collaboration and cooperation at multiple levels, and cross-cultural knowledge exchange. It is understood and is a proven fact that the basics of lifestyle skills starts from home. Agriculture thus becomes a norm. As I said, they are the best hope that we have of sustainably feeding our growing population. That is to say, small farms are the best way of ensuring that sustainable development goals are met whilst we address the need to feed the growing population. The Green Revolution is a good example of how modern technology such as hybrid seeds together with traditional knowledge was used to boost agricultural activity in developing countries, feeding millions. The Green Revolution of 1960s is long forgotten. Way forward is to practice intercropping, where an array of crops are produced simultaneously or in rotation. There is also a tendency to run livestock as part of an integrated rotation. Livestock also play a valuable role in replenishing soil nutrients and contribute to other aspects of soil structure, whilst ensuring that the land remains productive even as it rests between crop cycles and providing financial security for the farmer. How can we forget the practice of crop diversification, which was invented by indigenous people? Diversity in agriculture results in the production of a wider array of key nutrients that are essential to human health, especially since women are usually the first to miss out on adequate nutrition when times are tough. The majority of the poorest people in the world are to be found in rural areas. There is also evidence showing that hunger and malnutrition are linked to poverty. Common sense would suggest that we concentrate on basic needs of life. This calls for every nation to invest in agriculture, preserve and utilize water sources. There is a stronger and more direct relationship between humans and the land on small farms, which is thought to directly translate to more time and energy devoted to caring for the land. As such, farming is a knowledge-intensive occupation. The integrational transfer of knowledge from mother or father to son or daughter is incredibly important, as this kind of specific knowledge is associated with better environmental outcomes and economic growth. This is especially true in indigenous societies, where long-established environmental management practices are upheld through cultural practices and ceremonies. Household farms are more biodiverse, resulting in a corresponding diversity in local diets and greater financial security for farmers from diversified income streams. Society's cultural foundation have been found with food. Our ever-increasing disconnection from our rural origins has seen those foundations become dangerously unstable. Climate change and the hydrological variability of water's distribution and occurrence are natural driving forces that, when combined with the pressures from economic growth and major population change, make the sustainable development of our water resources a challenge. To meet current and future water demands, increased attention should be given to precautionary approaches such as innovative uses of natural supplies and new technologies. In the past, we have responded by storing runoff in reservoirs, diverting flows from water abundant to water scarce regions, and extracting aquifer resources, methods that provided ample water where and when it was needed. Capturing rain at the source through rainwater harvesting is yet another method used to increase the availability of natural water sources. In certain regions, an extreme response has been adopted. In some arid countries where sufficient renewable water sources are not available, non-renewable groundwater reserves are being exploited to support development. If we truly want to create a sustainable future, then we must first reconnect the piece of our support structure, the land and water sources. It is wise to bring forward practice and skills that we are forgetting in this modern world. Ultimately, the ability to create a sustainable future empowers, enables, and educates our people. Women can become a survival kit in their own communities by taking up roles as leaders in implementing sustainability. As I mentioned before, all begins at home, and our minor step in protecting water and agricultural resource can take us towards a very bright and sustainable future. Women become capable, strengthen their capacity, hold and have authority to immediate resources, and emerge as leaders of tomorrow. With much pleasure, I now conclude here and take you to just a few projects and programs of Soroptimist International Clubs. Please stay connected.
Logging, dam construction and deforestation is threatening the indigenous tribes in Sarawak, Malaysia, of the forests on which they depend on. One such village is Kampung Long Tanyet, a Penan village remotely located in the district of Belaga. It takes 8 hours on logging tracks via a 4-wheel vehicle from Bintulu. In addition, the village does not benefit from the Murum Dam, as the village does not have electricity nor clean potable water. There is no electricity, clean water, sanitation, nor a clinic in Long Tanyet. The nearest primary school and clinic is located in Sungai Asap, which is 4 hours away. The population amounts to 300 villagers, most of whom are women and young children, as many of the young men have left the village to look for greener pastures and jobs in the cities. The children are undernourished and often suffer from sore eyes, skin diseases and diarrhea, a leading cause of death of children under 5 in Malaysia. The second village is Kampung Gana, which comprises over 3,000 residents relocated from 10 villages in the jungle interior. The villagers have to buy water when drought happens. It was decided to implement rainwater harvesting and improving their current dam gravity-fed system. Gutters were constructed and storage tanks were installed in Long Tanyet for use in the dry season. In the true spirit of gotong royong, or helping one another, the villagers helped the contractor to fix the gutters and mount the water tanks. These gutters were then connected to blue water tanks, also used as storage tanks during the drought season. From the blue tanks, pipes were connected to filters before being channeled to each home for consumption. As part of their practical training, the 5 Penang girls welded the stands for the water tanks and helped to connect the pipes. In Sabah, the project was officially launched by the Deputy Chief Minister in January 2019 in Kota Kinabalu. In Kampung Gana, meetings were held with the women villagers of Persatuan Wanita Kampung Gana to initiate planning for the organic farming. These 35 village women who were then trained in organic farming methods. The training took place every 2 weeks for a period of 3 months, and they were taught the basics of organic farming, including composting, making organic or biological fertilizers and pesticides, and crop rotation. Since May 2019, each woman was given 6 raised beds to plant vegetables, and harvest proceeds accrue to her. The total acreage is extended to over 5 acres. The women have also started their own pilot mushroom farm. They produce enough vegetables now for their own families and extra for sale. In Long Tanyet, 6 women and the project coordinator completed a 10-day course of training in organic farming at the Frangipani Organic Farm in Gombak, Kuala Lumpur. These 6 women have in turn taken the initiative to train another 20 women who are all eager to learn and participate in farming activities. It is expected that over time, all 120 women and girls in Long Tanyet will benefit and work in a farm or will be involved in food processing, marketing and distribution. The vegetables are growing well. The women have now produced enough vegetables for the village and started selling the extra to neighboring villages and the workers in the nearby logging camp. The women formed a committee and take turns to do the farming, while others stay behind to look after the small children collectively and cook for remaining family members.